Hello everyone, I am Charlie Tolhurst and welcome to this video. Now, this video is a video that I never thought I would ever do. And the news I'm about to give you will be pretty grim and deeply alarming. And we have had news, and certainly a shock to the world. It has been confirmed that US President Donald Trump has tested positive for COVID-19. And also Trump's wife, Melania Trump, who is the First Lady in the United States, she also has coronavirus as well. She's also tested positive. And this news is absolutely heartbreaking for a lot of people. And it is a very upsetting story, this, because we know that the Prime Minister over here, Boris Johnson, tested positive back in March and was on the brink of death. He was nearly on a ventilator. And yeah, he 3 nights of intensive care. Donald Trump announced the diagnosis on Fox News this morning. And yes, I am very concerned. And as I mentioned, the President of the United States has unfortunately tested positive. And Donald Trump has held massive election rallies. Of course, we had the presidential election, the first debate on Tuesday between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, where they were debating on different topics like violence. There were also debates on leadership as well. Now, it does say that they are feeling good. The US President confirmed on Twitter he and the First Lady contracted COVID-19 by saying we will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We'll get through this together. Mr. Trump is now expected to self-isolate for 2 weeks while facing treatment for the disease, with his diagnosis case coming just 1 month before the US election starts. So this is going to be huge for the US election. Also, Mr. Trump's election rival and Democrat nominee Joe Biden said that he and his wife Jill send our thoughts to President Trump and the First Lady Melania for a swift recovery. We will continue to pray for the health and safety of President Biden, the Democrat presidential candidate said. And this is what the Prime Minister Boris Johnson had to say today as well.
Obviously, I think we all want to send our best wishes to the President and the First Lady, and I've done that this morning, as you can imagine. And I'm sure that they'll both stage a very strong recovery.
That's what Boris Johnson, UK Prime Minister, had to say. I'm sure they'll both stage a very strong recovery. And this comes after Hope Hicks tested positive. And Trump also said on Thursday that the end of the pandemic is in sight. However, though, unfortunately, the President has tested positive for coronavirus. But the news kept on coming as many world leaders paid their respects as well, is that the President, according to the Mirror, this was an article here, last night one of his closest aides fell ill. The diagnosis threw the US presidential election into crisis. Now, Donald Trump is showing mild symptoms of COVID-19 after he tested positive for the virus. The New York Times reports that the President appeared lethargic at a fundraiser in New Jersey last night. Other sources reportedly described the symptoms as cold-like. One where he reportedly fell asleep on Air Force One on the way back from his rally in Minnesota on Wednesday night. The White House announced that the President's schedule for today, which would have been including a massive rally in Florida, which of course would have led up to the next presidential debate, that has been cancelled due as well. So, yeah, I mean, this is a huge news here for a lot of people, that this is the world's most powerful man as well, Donald Trump. He's made America a huge country, thousands of billions of dollars poured into the economy. And yeah, this news comes as a month before the US presidential election race. And I have to say that we need to be focusing right now on COVID-19. We also had, of course, Margaret Ferrier earlier in the UK as well, testing positive and travelling 400 miles back on the train, awaiting her test results, taking it to the Commons. Lindsay Hall calling that, the Speaker of the House of Commons, Lindsay Hall, calling that unacceptable. This news is very grim, and I think a lot of people have to understand that anyone can get this, and anyone is susceptible. And of course, the US death toll tragically is over 200,000. So yeah, it is a horrible, horrible news. But I'm hoping that and also the president is unfortunately overweight. He is obese. Is Donald Trump. And of course his wife Melania also tweeted and said that he's unfortunately higher risk. So, and he also has been taking hydroxychloroquine as well. So this is going to be really interesting. I hope, and what I'm wishing the president now is I wish President Donald J. Trump a very speedy recovery. And I know if you'll come back strong. So yeah, but the breaking news update is that both Donald Trump and Melania Trump have unfortunately tested positive for COVID-19. And I'm sure many people in the US will be deeply shocked of this news. And what does this do to the US presidential election? Well, we don't know. We've had one debate already. I'll have more news for you on this. I'd just like to say as well that in other news regarding US politics, Mike Pence has tested negative. Thankfully, of course, he spent a lot of time with Trump, Donald Trump. Of course, he tested negative along with Ivanka, who of course Ivanka Trump is also the president's daughter. She has tested negative, thankfully. So we're just getting that up now. And also we're going to keep you up to date with Joe Biden as well, because Joe Biden, I believe, is going to that we're believing that Joe Biden has been tested for coronavirus, according to many articles. Of course, comes with the president downplayed masks and social distancing. So Mike Pence and his wife Biden's expected to be tested for the coronavirus today. So we'll let you know of Joe Biden's condition over the next few days. So we'll keep you posted on that news. So thank you for listening to today's to this breaking news update. And please comment down below if you have any questions relating to this breaking news story on Donald and Melania Trump testing positive for COVID-19. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.